One of the biggest concerns of most Pinoys when it comes to electric vehicles is the range anxiety. I mean, nobody wants to conk out in the middle of the road, so yeah, it is a valid concern. Now, with the help of this BMW iX here, I am going to prove to you that electric vehicles are a viable option here in the Philippines. So, how exactly am I going to do that? Well, dude, I'm right here at the Municipal Hall of Balayan Batangas, which is over 100 kilometers away from Metro Manila, and I arrived here with the BMW iX, and now I am going back to Manila with the same BMW iX without even charging this vehicle. So, can we make it back to Manila? Well, dude, time for us to find out. Let's do this. Alright mga dudes, so we're now inside the BMW iX, and as I said, we are in Balayan, Batangas. It's around 110 kilometers away from Makati, and we're gonna head back. I got Jay right there. Yep, Jay, part of the Reagan's Rides team already. So I got the BMW iX yesterday from BMW Greenhills with a 93% charge, good for 366 kilometers. And then what I did from there, I went to North EDSA, and then from North EDSA, I went to Makati, and then did some errands for a total of 51 kilometers driven yesterday. Now, today, I went here to Balayan, Batangas, which is 110 kilometers away. And right now, we still have, there, see it, we have 206 kilometers worth of range, which is around a 48% charge. And we are going to set off for Glorieta because I have an event in Glorieta that I have to attend to. And the good thing there is in Glorieta, there is a charging station there in the Glorieta 4 parking area. So if ever we need to do a top-up for the iX, I can do that at the Glorieta Mall. But since we still have 206 kilometers worth of range, and this is just 110 kilometers away, I don't even think we need to do a top-up. But anyway, let's find out when we get to Glorieta. Alright guys, so we're now driving out of Balayan, and you know what, I have to admit, before I even went here, when I was in Makati, I had my doubts, I had my concerns, since Balayan is 110 kilometers away from Makati. So that means it's 220 kilometers total distance round trip without going through any charging station. Although there is a charging station in the Shell Mount Plaza, there's a Shell recharge there, which I thought would be a place where I would, take a pit stop if ever. But considering that, we now have 216 kilometers worth of range. So from 202, 206, I think, at the start, we're now 216. We actually added range, guys, because I set the drive modes to efficient, the maximum setting. Here's the thing, even if I was a bit concerned, well, it's not really a big deal because the BMW iX has a range of 372 kilometers, and it can even go up to 425 kilometers depending on the driving conditions. And yeah, since I've set it in efficient mode, drive mode, yeah, the iX would maximize the energy recovery rate, which helps to extend the range even further. Now, the experience that I've had with the iX is, wow. I mean, dude, this is a BMW. It's a premium luxury electric vehicle, but it's priced at only 6,290,000 Philippine pesos, and in fact, it's one of the more affordable premium luxury EVs in the Philippines today. Now, that low price doesn't mean that you get a cheap cabin experience here. In fact, that's what I love about the iX. I mean, we have such a premium cabin here. We get full natural leather, although the color of the leather in this unit is a chocolate brown versus the tan leather that I reviewed last year. Now that, my friends, look really, really luxurious. This one, it's more practical, still luxurious, but it doesn't have that wow factor of, tan leather. Yeah. Anyway, we also have the dual LED panels here from BMW's iDrive8 system, which includes a lot of niceties like wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. We got BMW's voice command, and we also have an 18-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. Oh yeah, dude, I'm telling you, this is such a fantastic space to spend a lot of time in as a driver or even as a passenger. Alright, so most people who will buy the BMW iX would likely spend their time here at the back seat, and that, my friends, is perfectly alright. You see, we have the wheelbase of the X7, but we only have 5 seats, and we don't really have a drive shaft even if the BMW iX is an all-wheel drive. You see, we have 2 electric motors, one in the front driving the front wheels and one at the back driving the rear wheels. And yeah, because this is a full EV, there's really no need for a drive shaft, so we have a perfectly flat and spacious floor there. Now, as for the ride itself, now dude, yeah, we're on the provincial roads here, provincial highway, and it is super comfortable, super quiet, and super luxurious, as what you'd expect from a premium European luxury electric SUV. Alright guys, so we made it here to Glorieta Mall in Makati City, and right now, as you can see, we still have 23% of our battery, and we have 112 kilometers worth of range. And since we started this lend out, we've driven a total of 278.4 kilometers, driving almost 10 hours on a single charge. So actually, mga dudes, if you have a wall box charger at home, you don't even need to go to the mall, because you can just go home, plug this in, and you'll be able to charge your BMW iX. But since it's just a media lend out, we don't have a wall box charger with us back in my condo. So we're gonna do a top up here in Glorieta, mainly because I'm also going to travel tomorrow to Cavite, and then I'm still heading out to Quezon City on day 4 of my lend out of the BMW iX. So I am just gonna do a top up here just to make sure that there won't be any issues. But yep, true to its word, the range of the BMW iX is really close to 400 kilometers on a single charge. Alright mga dudes, it's day 3 of my lend out of the BMW iX, and there's been a slight change of plans. You see, yesterday I went to Glorieta Mall to attend an event, and I was supposed to do a charge in the charging station in the Glorieta 4 parking area, but unfortunately it was full. You see, they only have 2 charging stations there, and there were 2 electric cars that were parked before me, so I wasn't able to do a charge. So right now it's day 3, and I'm here at the basement parking of BMW Greenhills, because dudes, that's one of the perks of having a BMW. You can go to any BMW dealership and do a top-up charge there for free. Well, as at the time of that I made this video, it's still free, and it is I think it's a fast DC charging station, so you're not gonna spend a lot of time while waiting for your BMW to get a charge. So we're here now to do a quick top-up of the BMW iX. But a quick recap, as you can see, there you go. We've traveled a total of 290.7 kilometers, driving 10 hours and 37 minutes since the last charge, and we still have 84 kilometers left on our range, which is equivalent to around 18% of the battery. So typically, if I'm just gonna stay in the city, I won't need a top-up charge. But then today, I am traveling to Imus, Cavite, which is over 20 kilometers away from Makati, one way, so that's over 40 kilometers. So I just don't wanna, have some concerns or issues when it comes to my charge. So we're here at BMW Greenhills to do a quick top-up.
A few moments later.
Alright mga dudes, so while you're waiting for your BMW electric vehicle, or while we're waiting for the BMW iX to get its DC top-up charge, here at BMW Greenhills, we get to relax and enjoy a cup of coffee, or in my case, a cup of tea, right here at the Iseta Bar, which is only available here at the flagship BMW showroom here at BMW Greenhills. So yes, while you're waiting for the charge, you can relax, you can be comfortable, and you can enjoy a really delicious steaming hot cup of coffee that is made especially by our barista here. Sir, what's your name?
Sir Clark.
Sir Clark.
Yes.
Yes, Sir Clark is the in-house barista for the Iseta bar right here, only here at BMW Greenhills. O, diba? Alright mga dudes, so after enjoying my hot cup of tea and my chocolate crinkles, we're back here in the iX. As you can see, we have 98% charge for a total range of 425 kilometers. So yep, no need to wait for this. It's 11:13. This is perfectly good enough. We're going to unplug the charger now. Alright, let's go. We're going to unplug the charger. Yep, okay na kuya. Yes. So that means that I only stayed here for a little bit less than an hour, around an hour actually. I just enjoyed my hot cup of tea, and we now have nearly 100% charge on the BMW iX. Time to go to Imus Cavite for day 3 of my BMW iX lend out. So, by the way guys, some of you might be wondering in the comments why the charge reached 98% during this DC charging at BMW Greenhills. That's because we've set, as you can see here, we actually set it at charging target of 100% because we went on a long drive yesterday. We went to Balayan Batangas, which is over 200 kilometers. So we needed to set it at 100% to make sure that we have enough range. But usually the ideal would be to set the charging target at just 80% to preserve the life of the battery, and also to make use of AC charging at all times, and just limit the use of DC charging. But then since this is for a long drive test, and we also just needed a quick top up at BMW Greenhills, so we used the DC charger and set it at 100%. So yep, right now we're on the road again, and we are on our way back to Makati to pick up some stuff and my family, and we're gonna head out to Imus Cavite next. Alright dudes, so we're now headed out to Imus Cavite coming from Makati, which is a good 20 kilometers away. But since we did have that top-up DC charge from BMW Greenhills, we have absolutely no issues when it comes to range. I still have a good 400 kilometers worth of range at 94%. But at this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk a little bit more about the drive modes of the BMW iX. You see, we have several drive modes here. We've got personal, which is your own customized drive mode. You've got sport, efficient, expressive, and relax. Now, right now, I have my family with me, my wife, my kids, and we're just in the relax drive mode. But if you were to ask me, my favorite drive mode is the sport drive mode. And if you ask my kids, it's also their favorite drive mode, because in sport mode, well, we get access to the iX full 326 horsepower and 630 Newton meters of torque. Now dude, that is a lot of power. But then again, if you're using sport mode, yeah, you're using a lot of battery power as well, so that's going to significantly reduce your range. And yeah, we don't want that, although we do have a lot of range right now. Now, I also love that every time you change your drive modes, the display of your heads-up display also changes, and it's so cool. I mean, the sport mode looks like, the heads-up display looks like it's a spaceship. I mean, literally, it looks like a spaceship. And the BMW also, the BMW iX also sounds like a spaceship, and we really love that. But during long drives, of course, it's best to stay in efficient mode in order to fully maximize the total range of your BMW iX. Alright dudes, so we now arrived here at Imus Cavite with the BMW iX, and check this out guys. I mentioned while we were at Skyway that I still have a good 400 kilometers worth of range, but dude, check this out. Arriving in Imus, we now have 416 kilometers worth of range. We actually added some more range here, mainly because of the stop and go traffic coming here, guys. So even after traveling 20 kilometers from Makati to Imus, yeah, I still added 416 kilometers there. See, that's one of the advantages of driving an EV here in the Philippines, because we encounter traffic a lot of times here, stop and go traffic. Then you would really have that chance to extend your range even more, which makes it, you know, which makes the BMW iX such a viable premium luxury electric vehicle in the Philippines. I mean, yeah, if it were a gasoline or diesel engine here, yeah, we would be wasting a lot of fuel in stop and go traffic, but we didn't encounter that here with the BMW iX. So anyway, mga dude pare, thank you so much for joining this this test of the BMW iX when it comes to the range. There's absolutely no reason for you guys to have range anxiety with the BMW iX, since we have 420 kilometers worth of usable range here. And I've tested that, I've proven that. We've traveled all around Metro Manila. On the first day, day 1, that's 51 kilometers. We traveled 220 kilometers to Balayan Batangas, and we still had a good like 90 kilometers worth of range by the time we got back to Makati. And we were able to get a top up from BMW Greenhills using their DC charger, and now I am good for another 416 kilometers worth of range. So yeah, if I have a wall box charger at home for an EV, there's absolutely no problems, guys. So yes, if you're still on the fence because you're thinking that, you know, we might have some range issues, range anxiety with the BMW iX, well, I hope, guys, that with this video I was able to prove to you that range anxiety here in the Philippines, yeah, it's not a concern at all. So anyway, thank you so much to BMW Philippines for lending me the BMW iX to do this long drive electric vehicle video test. Anyway, guys, I'll see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.